All right, so here we go. This is going to be the Nothing But Nonsense podcast with the Schnozz. That's me. Why can't I give my name out? Because I have a job in corporate America. You know what that means? That means if I say anything that might offend somebody, I could get fired. Um, so yeah, that's the day and age we live in. But I don't know, man. I feel like I talk too much, dude, especially at work, and I think I just need to bottle up. You know what I mean? If I get like 30 minutes out of just talking nonsense, um, maybe I'll shut up in everyday life. I doubt it, but it'd be worth a shot. Um, so yeah, I'm sitting here doing this thing now, and I think it's nothing but nonsense, man. So I'm just gonna kind of shoot the shit, talk about whatever. I like movies and bodybuilding and stuff like that. So, and things such as this. Who says Arnold Schwarzenegger? We like the bodybuilding, and you like the triceps and the biceps, and things such as this. And it's very important. I always feel like I'm calming. Jeez, that was terrible. But yeah, man. So I'm just gonna ramble here, and if nobody listens, fine. If anybody does listen, whatever. I feel sorry for you. I feel bad for your eardrums. But yeah, man. Talk about the movies. Talk about good old Martin Scorsese making. Did you any guys see The Irishman? What a movie! Now I know a lot of people were saying it was kind of slow, or whatever. I get it. It was a masterpiece, though. I mean, if you could look past the beginning of it, kind of when they were talking by the trucks, when they go back to being their younger selves, obviously, you can tell that they're still in their 70s or whatever, but they did a really, really good job with I don't know. I thought they did a good job with the CGI later on. At first, you're like, this is a little weird. They look a little creepy. But then, I don't know, man. I think the story takes place, the plot, the acting, seeing De Niro with Pacino. I mean, that was just an all-star cast, right? I mean, that's the best of Scorsese. You got Harvey Keitel, and that goes all the way back to Mean Streets and that first project he had in the 60s. What was it? Who's That Knocking on My Door? So, I don't know, mate. You film buffs know what I'm talking about. But, I don't know. I like movies. I don't watch too much of the older stuff, but I'm trying to get into it. I was watching scenes from what is that? The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, but the trilogy. The Fistful of Dollars for a few dollars more. I was just, that's what I like YouTube, man. You could just literally sit and just watch scenes of movies. And that's how I kind of decide if I want to watch a movie or not. I'll just watch a scene. I'll be like, hey, this looks pretty good. There was this one I kind of wanted to see. It was A History of Violence. Man, I don't know what it is with those mob movies. Those are good movies. Yeah, back to like Scorsese with Goodfellas. And you know what I realized too, and this is true because I'm Italian. I got an Italian family. Why do they got to make everything sound insulting? You know what I mean? Like, what's that scene where Henry Hill's dad is, he's like, hey, yeah, he calls Henry out for hanging out at the cab stand. He finds out he was skipping school. And he's like, hey, did you go to school today? Yeah? Did you learn a lot? Like, what, he's asking questions, but it's all intimidating. Like, it's so true, Hey, did you have a good day at work? Yeah? Yeah, you having a good day? Yeah, I like your shoes. You like your shoes? Huh? You like those? Yeah? It looks good, don't it? Everything's got to sound insulting. I don't know what that is. And this is just going off the rails. I don't even know what I'm talking about at this point. But I don't know, man. Just ranting. Just ranting about everything in the movies. I still need to see The Lighthouse. Man, back to... I can't find that movie anywhere, though. For real. Where I live, for whatever reason... if you guys haven't seen the trailer for that, definitely check it out. It's pretty... It's one of those things you have no idea what the hell it's about when you watch it. You're like, okay, so I just watched 2 minutes of my life, just got wasted. What the hell am I watching? What is this about? You don't know. And that is a sign of a good trailer, I honestly think. Too many trailers these days literally tell you the entire freaking movie. I mean, what's up with that? Back to Scorsese. What's up with that? What is that? Yeah, I love Scorsese with the lines he has in his movies too, where it's like I don't know, he's just got those great quotes. They're so quotable, like in The Irishman. Yeah, De Niro. I was a working stiff till I wasn't no more. That's just tremendous. What about in Goodfellas? As far back as I could remember, I've always wanted to be a gangster. To me, being a gangster was better than being president of the United States. I mean, just knocks it out of the park. Now, I don't know if he writes them, though. I got to find that out. Did Martin Scorsese write Goodfellas? I got to find that out. Hold on. Yeah. Like I said, I feel sorry for you guys. This is what I'm doing. I'm just rambling here. What the hell was I looking up? How do I even use this thing? Oh, there we go. Okay. I barely don't even know how to use a phone. It's kind of pathetic. All right. Good fellows. Are you a good fellow? They come at you with smiles before they freaking shove a pistol up your ass. Good fellas. There we go. Good fellow. I actually typed out good fellows. I'm a moron. Oh, you guys. If you ever want to watch a really good, just somebody ranting about shit, you got to check out Vic. I think Victor Potato is his name. Just go on YouTube and look up Ticked Off Vic. Like he was making, I guess, I don't know. They went with Santa Claus. They want to do. I don't know who they is. It's probably like 1% of the population, but the media blows it up. But I guess they're saying Santa should be a female or gender neutral, and this guy just goes off. It's great. So I just discovered him. I was watching all his videos. So shout out to that guy, because he just captures the essence of a pissed off Italian. What was I doing here? I was looking up the Goodfellas, though. I wanted to see if Martin Scorsese actually wrote that. Who wrote Goodfellas? Yeah, there we go. Who wrote Goodfellas? All right. I'm recording this on my phone, too. It's probably going to sound like crap. All right, well, we know... Okay, so Nicholas Pileggi. Pileggi? He wrote Goodfellas, but who wrote the screenplay? So I want to find out. Screenplay, all right. Man, I got this new couch. It smells like my grandma's house. Weird. So Martin Scorsese and Nicholas Pileggi. So I bet you those, funny how. Those were done by Scorsese, though. It's got to be. What's that one? Remember Henry Hill's, he lights all the cabs on fire or whatever, and he's running away? Within it's that freeze frame. One day some kids brought my mother's groceries all the way home. You want to know why? It was out of respect. Hey, kid, you popped your cherry. Sometimes I wonder, blah, blah, blah. And it goes down, after the court scene, the camera swoops down, and you see good old Henry Hill and Joe Pesci. What was it? I guess it would be, it was Tommy DeVito as the character. They're just sitting there, and two freaking, blah, 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 stole my truck. Could you freaking believe that? You believe that? Yeah, you guys know what I'm talking about if you've seen the movie. Which is weird, though, because everybody I work with, I don't know what it is. Nobody's seen the movie. One of my coworkers, I'm like, all right, these are some movies you need to see. It was The Irishman, which granted, it was a little slow in the beginning, but I mean I don't know if you appreciate the art of a movie that really makes you think. It was just great, and I think that's the problem with movies these days too. Is just I don't know. There's not a lot of thought behind it. I remember I was in I was watching. I wasn't really watching. I was passively watching. It was on. We have a game room, and it was just on TV, kind of in the background. And it was the one of the newer. I couldn't believe it either. I mean, it was one of the newer ones. I guess not too new. Paul Walker was still in it. Rest in peace. You know what I mean? But I mean, it was just ridiculous. I was watching it, and I'm like, is this really it? Is this what we're watching? It was just way too ridiculous. The car chases are stupid. You got these people flying in helicopters, between skyscrapers and like launch the missiles. And these are cops doing like, yeah, really? Okay, the city's just gonna let you freaking blast missiles into the streets, blowing up cop cars and whatever. But I don't know, man. You watch that stuff and you're just like, you feel the brain cells, leaving right through your eyeballs. I don't know. And it's crazy because that's what draws a crowd. Hey, did you see the movie? Just mouth breathers, man. Not on. I don't know. I don't like it. I like a movie that makes you think. Why are these the movies that are getting the most? It's like that. Hey, another movie. It's like Idiocracy. Literally, it is like Idiocracy. Everyone's so mindless and stupid, and nobody wants to have a conversation anymore. Everybody's looking at their phones or whatever. It's ridiculous. I go. I'm at work and I go on break, and I'm a social person. It's weird. I really don't like people. I don't know what it is. I don't like people. But I'm a social person. So, I'll try to make friends and stuff. And if you're cool, you're cool. You know what I mean? And if you're not, I don't like you. I don't know what it is. There's no in between. But yeah, so I went into the game room. I like shooting pool when I can. We got a game room. There's a pool table. So I walk in there, and there's three people on their phones, and I just walk in. Hey, go up to somebody. Hey, you want to shoot some pool real quick? Then they're not even paying attention. They didn't, the words went right through their ears. So I'm like, all right, they're preoccupied in their phone. Let me ask again. Hey, you want to shoot some pool? Look up from their phone. What? Literally, their mouth all open. I see the drool coming out. It was ridiculous. I'm like, do you want to shoot some pool? Oh, no. Okay, well, that was good talk. And then I asked somebody else, same thing, and the same exact, same question, and they reacted the exact same way. And it's ridiculous. I'm like, okay, well, nobody wants to shoot pool. I'm going to be a dummy and play myself? No. So I'm like, whatever. I'll go outside to the lobby real quick. What is everybody doing? Take a wild guess. I gotta look at my phone. I gotta play the Angry Birds. I gotta look at the Snapchat. Dude, I freaking hate. You know what Snapchat is? It's just clickbait out the ass. You're not gonna believe what Kendall Jenner said to Justin Bieber. Does anybody give a crap? Apparently so, because everybody's, they're shoving their faces right into their phone. I don't know. But it's just society's turning mindless. Nobody's talking. Nobody knows anybody. And nobody treats people with respect. I don't know. I think, I'm relatively young. And by relatively, I mean I'm young. And I'm gonna make a great cranky old man. I'm gonna be like Clint Eastwood in Gran Torino. Get off my lawn. And that guy was a racist, wasn't he? Freaking, what did he say? Get out of my face, you fisheye. It's terrible. Only Clint Eastwood could get away with that stuff too. I mean, I saw, like I was telling you guys, I still was watching the Fistful of Dollars, just scenes from the trilogy. And I've seen one of them. I've seen The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. And I think I was too young when I watched it. I couldn't really appreciate it. It was kind of, it was made in the 60s. It was slow and boring. But as I've gotten a little bit older, I've been beginning to appreciate those movies. Yeah, I mean, just Clint Eastwood. What a badass that guy is. I was watching. I didn't know this, actually. So, how he's I guess he's called the Man with No Name or something like that. His character doesn't have a name in the trilogy. And he's got a, what do you call those things? You put it in your mouth. What a dick? No. A cigar. He's got one of those little cigars. He smokes. That's his trademark for his character. And he smokes these cigars he always has. And I guess, I was reading this in the YouTube comments, so I don't know. It's probably BS, but who knows? he's not a smoker, and even back in the day, he didn't advocate smoking. So I guess, I don't know how you go about doing this if you're not a smoker, but he went about finding the grossest cigars he could find so he wouldn't pick up the habit. I don't know, I thought it was interesting, but now that I think about it, I'm like, all right, well, if you think they're gross, then are you really going to pick up the habit? I mean, how do you know that they're gross? What do you have to compare them to if you don't smoke? But that's neither here nor there. So we won't talk about that. It's okay. It's okay. You're going to be okay. Say the freaking words. You're going to be okay. I'm going to be okay. Shut up. Yeah, man. So, like I said, this is just me ranting. I'm probably going to do this twice a week. I might do a thing where when I'm driving to work, I'll just flip the mic on. And by mic, I mean phone. So, yeah, I feel bad for you guys. This is going to sound like, garbage. But, hey, what are you going to do? It's just me talking nonstop, blah, blah, blah. Chandler, nobody cares what you have to say, actually. We hope you enjoy the fact that you're going to have 2 followers, and it's going to be your brother and one of your friends, and that's pretty much it. But that's okay, because if you try, your dreams will become a reality. There's this great Instagram. One of my buddies was showing me this Instagram video where it was a bad motivational speaker, and what was he saying? He was trying to give a motivational speech, basically, was the premise of it. But then he says, let your dreams fail you, and then your nightmares become your reality. Oh, wait, no, that's not right. That's what he says. I don't know. I thought it was funny. And then when I said it, it wasn't funny. It was actually kind of sad, But the other thing I want to talk about, though, too, so, bar the movies, which, you know what, actually, no, not bar the movies. Let's go back to movies. I opened with Scorsese. I touched on it with him for a little bit, but, man, that guy just, so many quotes. Back to the quotes I was talking about, with Goodfellas. Another one was Casino. Do you remember in Casino when he did, what was it? Joe Pesci knocked it out of the park. You're in, you're out, hello, goodbye. Just another fat fuck walking out of the casino with a suitcase. There's another one, I can't remember what it was. But he goes, he's asking the audience a question. He's like, yeah, there's when they're stealing from the count room with all the coins. What does he say? I can't remember. He's trying to clarify something. He's like, and nobody's none the wiser, or something like that. Right, wrong. It was hilarious. Just the way Joe Pesci is. Right, wrong. Oh, man. I would love Joe Pesci to narrate my life. I know you hear people, I love Morgan Freeman, or who's the guy that did Vader? James Earl Jones. Yeah, that was terrible. James Earl Jones. Forget that, dude. You want Joe Pesci to narrate your life. That guy would be yeah. So you open a fucking refrigerator, huh? You like that? You like that? Yeah, you had to make some eggs. You had to make some eggs. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. I was supposed to go to Christmas. Hey, did you guys know that? It's a place. I was supposed to go to it. I was supposed to go to Christmas. I was supposed to go to Chicago for Christmas, but I can't. I got this new job, so obviously I haven't. According to our policy, you haven't accrued enough paid time off. So according to policy, you're going to have to, after your 90 days, you start accruing that. But really, you don't get to use it till 90 days after your 90 days, which makes it 180 days. So, yeah, I won't be able to go to Chicago, which it's okay. I got family out there. But what I think I'll do is I'll go during the spring. I'll have some PTO. I'll go out there. I'll see the fan band. But it's funny, though, too, because my family that's over there, for the most part, I know my uncle, my cousin, they have thick accents. And I know whenever I go up there, I adopt it a little bit, and then I bring it back down to where I live. I live in the South. And it's funny. They're like, dude, what are you, British? I've had somebody say that before when I first moved there. They're like, what, are you British? I'm like, the Britain? What are they called? the British. The English. The English people talk like that? I mean, no, they don't proper. You notice that with, what's that show? My grandma loves it. It's Downton Abbey. What the hell are they saying? Yes, sir, we have come to the dining hall. What the hell? I don't understand. I don't know, my hearing's not that great to begin with, but I have no idea how when you're watching a movie, somebody that has one of those Ebenezer Scrooge accents, how on earth you're able to hear with the yes, sir, Puppet, we have some business to attend to in this study. Sound like a Clue. He killed him, Professor Plum, in the conservatory with a candlestick. I haven't played that game in forever, though. Clue. I played Monopoly, but I don't know. That game's not a healthy game. We play that as a family. And nothing tears people apart more brutally than Monopoly. You know what I mean? It's ridiculous. I mean, it's a game of chance. It's a game of luck. Some of you guys need to tell me if this is legal. It was my brother, my kid brother and my other kid brother. He's like 3 years off, but my other brother's younger. You're not allowed to do this, are you? I guess you are, according to the rules, but I'm not sure. They teamed up. So my brother A, got a lot of properties, right? So he basically, he just kept landing on these properties, and that was in the beginning, before you get all the properties, or before, you start getting monopolies and whatnot. So he starts getting all these properties. But it was just right where all of us kind of had, all the different colors were split just enough where, like, one person had two of the greens, but the other person had one green, or, some of the reds, or vice versa. So they were split up. But they ended up making a deal, my brothers, where they shared with each other. They made an alliance, basically. So my little kid brother had one of the reds, and then my brother had two of the reds. So he had one red, my other brother had two reds, and then they paired them up. And they made a monopoly out of it. But basically, it worked out between the two of them, where they all had the missing cards that fit together like a puzzle. They all ended up having monopolies, but it was a freaking, it was like this alliance. So it's me and my grandpa on the board, just go. It was a nightmare. What are you going through freaking, it was like walking through Chernobyl. You don't have a break from that. Every roll, you're just like, and it's weird too. Do you notice how towards the end, or towards when people have monopolies, you start rolling, and you just don't land on the property. You always land on, like, chance, or just, like, just in between chance, community chest, or like a railroad, or, you just dodge those properties long enough to make the game go, like, 4 hours. And then, sure enough, you hit it once, and then that's it. You're taking a chunk. We got hotels on Boardwalk. What are you going to do? And then you roll again, and, it's kind of downhill from there. But that's half the misery of that game, is just 4 hours of, having these heart attacks. You're just like, oh, God, can I just stay in jail, please? If we could just stay in jail, that'd be great. But yeah, that was my rant about Monopoly. When you guys got to tell me if that's something that you could do. Could you form alliances or not? Because we need a judge, jury, and executioner on this. That reminds me of another Monopoly story that I forgot, so I won't share with you. So forget it. Conversation never happened. I just went Matrix on your ass with the little mind erase thing there. So yeah, man. That was me rambling for a good 24. It was 24 minutes and 15 seconds exactly. But yeah, man, I think I'm just gonna start doing this maybe twice a week or whatever. The Nothing But Nonsense with the Schnozz. I don't care. You listen to it, that's great. You don't, go flog yourself. Oh, hold on. All right, before I leave, that's something that made me laugh too. Another movie thing. I told you I like movies. And Catch Me If You Can. So, that's a great movie, by the way. If you haven't seen Catch Me If You Can, you got to. It's Tom Hanks, DiCaprio, Christopher Walken, supporting cast. It's where Leonardo DiCaprio plays the role of Frank William Abagnale, who's basically just one of the most successful con artists, and this took place in the 60s. And, I mean, he just got away with damn near everything, and it's crazy because, well, I'm not going to spoil it for you, but, you know, it's just this guy, he had it all. He was smart, he was good looking, you know, what are you going to do? He lied his way in all these different situations, and Tom Hanks was the detective, Carl Hanratty, who was trying to pursue him, you know, build the case. And really interesting movie. But anyways, it's kind of funny. It was one of the few movies where Tom Hanks drops the F-bomb, which is hilarious because it's Tom Hanks, you know. And I think that's one of my favorite Tom Hanks characters. You just got to see it because he's I don't know. He's like from Brooklyn or something like that, so he's got this real heavy, you know, nasally East Coast accent. I don't know what it is exactly, so I'll just say East Coast. But Carl Hanratty, you know, it's just, that was terrible. Once again, I apologize. You guys got to put up with this crap. But the line, so in the movies, he's basically really, you know, he's a no-nonsense type of guy. He's just trying to get this case solved. So he's with two of his colleagues, two of the FBI guys that are with him on this case. He's driving through L.A., and he's like, they're like, man, why are you so serious all the time? That's what his coworkers ask him. And he's like, what, does it bother you? And he's like, oh, yeah, I suppose it does. And so he's like, he says, so would you like to hear me tell a joke? And they both go, yeah. So he's like, okay. He says, knock, knock. And they go, who's there? And he kind of looks at the rearview mirror, looks back down to the road he's driving. Looks back, kind of glances, has a little smirk on his face. Go fuck yourselves. It was great. It's a good joke, you know, knock, knock. Who's there? Go fuck yourselves. But it's funny because in the TV version, you know how they censor it. Well, they don't necessarily censor it, but they'll be able to swap it out for a different word, or they just won't use it. And I think this makes it funnier because I've never heard this. They say, so, want to hear me tell a joke? They go, yeah. He says, knock, knock. And they go, who's there? He does the same thing, looks around, little smirk. Go flog yourselves. That's just great. Have you ever heard that? Go flog yourselves. I started saying that. Go flog yourself. Because, I mean, that's, you know, it's a little less rough around the edges, but you could still use it. And that's where I'm going to leave, is let's not drop the F-bomb anymore. If you're going to say go fuck yourself to somebody, let's instead go flog yourself. So that's it, guys. If you're listening, great. If not, I don't know what to tell you. But that's it. That's the Nothing But Nonsense podcast with the Schnozz. Appreciate you guys.